Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I've got Animal here with me, a guest appearance. We're on the floor because I am surrounded by books, but I was so excited to see this tag come out from Book Songs and Other Magic. I love the Muppets. Love the Muppets. And anyway, and then Aaron Facer tagged me, which was so great. So I was really excited, and so I got Animal out, and then I dug out, I've many Muppet movies, including like the Muppet Christmas Carol and oh gosh, Muppets in Space, and there's like a mystery one. Anyway, but this is the original Muppet movie, which I think is so great. And then I also have the first 3 seasons of The Muppet Show, which I do remember watching when I was growing up. The thing that was so special about The Muppet Show was the addition of like super famous artists, not just actors or, maybe what you think of when you think of celebrities, but like ballet dancers and opera singers, and it was just wonderful. It was, I wish that I had all, I don't know how many seasons The Muppet Show was on, but I would love to have all of them. They were so great. And then more recently, and I think we can access this on the Disney Channel, there was a TV show of the Muppets, but they were like, they'd like grown up or something. Like there's a scene with Kermit in the bar, and he's got a beer in front of him, and it's just, it's very strange, like shaking up your ideas of, these characters that you loved as a child. But I thought that show was brilliant. One of the characters not mentioned in the tag that I also love from that TV show is Uncle Dudley. He is Miss Piggy's assistant, and he has the best lines. He gets the best lines in the show. It didn't run for very long because I don't think people liked seeing Kermit out there at the bar. First one is Kermit, name a book with a great leader. It's kind of hard. Like, I don't tend to think of characters as, leaders or not leaders. So I did grab My Giant Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. And of course, I think Jean Valjean is a great leader. Maybe not always intentionally a leader, but he definitely is, especially the part of the book where he's kind of, I think he's the mayor, and he runs a factory, and he's a wonderful, wonderful leader. So anyway, I'm not sure how much Jean Valjean compares to Kermit, but I do love my Kermit as well. So question 2, Fozzie Bear, name a book that makes you laugh. So, man, I have brought out some of the same books over and over again for prompts that relate to books that make you laugh. So I grabbed a more recent read. This is Shakespeare, The Man Who Pays the Rent by Judi Dench. And I read this last year for Shakestember, and I loved it. And yes, it definitely made me laugh. There's some wonderful, wonderful stories in here, and it's just fantastic. So if you like Judi Dench, if you like Shakespeare, like, definitely look for this. Question 3, Animal. Can I get him on my shoulder? I don't know if I can. Name a book that is unpredictable. So this question's a little tricky, like Animal, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, and sometimes I think saying that something is unpredictable is a spoiler. So I am just without saying a whole lot about the plot itself, I grabbed Then We Came to the End by Joshua Ferris. If you have ever worked in an office place that made you, you know, like tracked the number on your chair or tracked, like, I've had places where I had a work credit card, and it was very explicit to me what the punishment would be if I lost the credit card. So, or the keys, right? If you lose the keys to a building that other businesses are in, the repercussions will be costly. So anyway, this is about people who work in an ad agency, and I'm just gonna let it go from there. But I did not see what was coming. So, question 4, Statler and Waldorf. Name a book that had to win you over. So initially I thought that I didn't like this book. I've told this story before. I didn't think I liked it, and then I went back in my book journal and I could not even find it in there. So I don't know if I completely skipped this book in college, but this is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I mean, yeah, for the longest time I thought the only Dickens that I really liked was A Christmas Carol. And once I started reading Dickens more, I read 3 of his big chunky books in 1 year. And then over time, I've just tried to read 1 a year. It hasn't always happened. But anyway, this is an incredible book, and I'd love to go back to that. Well, I don't really want to revisit that college classroom because my teacher was so awful, but I'd love to sit around with a bunch of people and talk about this book now. So, youth. Question 5, Ernie. Name a character that is innocent or naive or both. So, I don't think this character is innocent and naive throughout the course of the book, but and there are many, many characters in this book. This is just one. There's not like, I don't know that I consider there's a main character in this, but this is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. It's one of my favorite books, which seems very unlikely, I guess, for me. It's about the Vietnam War, and the first chapter of this book, I challenge anyone to read the first chapter of this book and not want to read the rest of it. But it starts off talking about Lieutenant Jimmy Cross and how he carries these letters from this girl back home. They're not really love letters, and he kind of knows that, but like he wants to believe that there's something more there. God, I love this book. Okay. All right. Question 6, Gonzo the Great. Name a book that defies simple genre definitions. So I don't know, like what defies genre definitions? I mean, I think people are always surprised when they find out that Jason and I own several books by this person, but this is Generation X by Douglas Copeland, Tales for an Accelerated Culture. I really need to reread this book, but even if you just look through it, so it's got these like definitions off to the side of it, and the format of it is just really, there's a chapter there called Quit Your Job. Nostalgia is a weapon, and you can see again more of these terms. Green division, knee-jerk irony, derision, preemption, fame-induced app. I mean, it doesn't neatly fit into any box that I can think of. Mark Nash probably would say it's not experimental, and that's okay. But I don't still really know what I would define it as. Question 7, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Name a book with a great concept. So I grabbed Sarah Waters' The Night Watch. This is such a great book, you guys. It moves back in time. So that's the structure of the story. It'd be very interesting to go back and read it in the other direction. It's a bit like Memento, right? I think there's a special feature on our DVD of Memento where you can actually watch it in reverse order. Like you can, it's set up in reverse order, but you can watch it. So the very end is the beginning going forward. But because it is, because it goes backwards, you know, as time moves back, you learn more about the characters and where they've come from and what they've gone through and what they've experienced. This takes place in London during, I guess, I didn't realize there was more than 2 blitzes, but this is like the Little Blitz or something like that. So anyway, it's a really sad, a really gorgeous, just a wonderful, wonderful book. So, okay. Gotta get my questions. Question 8, Dr. Teeth. Name a character that lights up the scene and makes you smile. Now, Dr. Teeth is part of a band, so I could not pick just one character. It has to be 2. It has to be Pickwick and Sam Weller. Those 2 characters light up every page they're on. I love them so much. And I tried really hard not to have so much Dickens in here, but you know, I'm a Dickens girl. So, but I mean, I was going to actually use this book for a book that makes me laugh, because this one made me laugh so hard the first time I read it. I think I was almost in tears. So it's such an underrated Dickens book. People think it's like his weakest novel, which I definitely disagree with. I feel like when you read the Pickwick Papers, you watch Dickens understand how to construct a novel, that you don't need to lean on these other stories. Like, just tell the story that you have to tell. So I love the Pickwick Papers, and I love Pickwick, and I love Sam Weller so much. Okay, so I was asking for Jason for help on this next one, which is Rolf the dog. Name a character that's laid back and copes with the chaos around them. And ironically, I didn't tell him it was Rolf the dog, but the character that he reminded me of, which is true, is Harold the dog in Bunnicula. This is like a special Bunnicula edition. It's like kind of velvety. It's got this great cover. But anyway, so Harold isn't that worried about Bunnicula. It's Harold the dog and Chester the cat. So they are very concerned about Bunnicula. Well, Chester is very concerned about it, and about that Bunnicula is a vampire bunny. So anyway, if you need something to make you laugh, something light, I highly recommend Bunnicula. I just had to get that from our middle grade and YA books. And the final question is, the Muppets name a book with a found family. And of course, I had to go with The Last Chronicle of Barset. And I would just say, like, the whole Barsetshire Chronicles, like, a huge, tremendous cast of characters. And this last one, they all sort of weave together in this miraculous, beautiful way. You guys know how much I love Anthony Trollope and this series. So yeah, but it was this or Thrush Green by Miss Reed. so I went for the Trollope, but anyway, so I am going to tag some people down below. If you would like to do this tag and you have a channel, please feel free to go for it, especially if you're a Muppets fan. And if you don't have a channel and you want to answer any of these questions, please, please, please share them with me down below. Or if you think I got something wrong, I've made a mistake, made an error in my picking my book selection, let me know down in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can always leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. But this was great fun. So thank you so much for watching. Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.